right, welcome back, Pokemon GO players, to another episode of the Purified podcast. Today is October 20th, 2024. I am your host, Luis Palacio, with my co-host, Chris.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Pokemon Trigger, please. It's been a hot minute. Streamlabs being a little jerky, but you guys should be able to hear us all right, so that's all that really matters to me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's like my man is running on 2 FPS per second, but
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing this. It never had any problems like the beginning of this, but I think of Streamlabs OBS is having just some issues regardless. Everything else should be working just as fine for you guys. But we're here once again to talk about Pokemon GO news, updates, and ranting about the game, because we love the game just as much as everybody else. I am going to put a quick reminder to make sure to check us out at the Pokemon Professor Network. Wonderful people to work with every single time. We have a loot of casters out there, part-time creators that have a love for Pokemon and everything else. But so oh man, make sure that you check them out. They have a bunch of other shows out there that we have actually added and things like that, so we definitely want you guys to check as much as possible. But enough around beating out the bush. I got 2 eggs hatching here. What do you think I'm gonna get?
A shiny. What kind of eggs are they?
It's a 2K and a 10K.
Shiny Jangmo.
All right, well, let's 2K first.
That'd be a crazy one.
I got a Cleffa and a Dragon. A little sneak peek of what's to come. I also got showcases done. Oh man, I got 1 second place right at the end. They sniped me.
It still counts towards your medal though.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, I thought only first place actually does.
It should be the top 3.
I'll have to ask around for that. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, bro, it's been, just like you mentioned, a hot minute since we podcasted. We had a lot of things going on in the last few weeks, then haven't we?
Crazy amount of stuff, yeah.
Bro. Also, your camera is now dead for some reason. But yeah, it's just been bad. Since last time that we recorded, we were supposed to technically record the second week of October, or Sunday, or second Sunday of October, I guess. And we found out that we were gonna get Hurricane Milton, say hi to us directly. Yeah. Very directly, actually. It actually went over to me, or at least over the house. Thank you so much, Strong Levitas, for coming by. So basically, just long story short, I had to prepare for the hurricane, so we had to literally board up the entire place. And then after that, we needed to do some evacuation. At least I evacuated with my family, make sure that we were safe. Luckily, the storm came and went. The eye of the storm was actually like right on top of us, brother. Like the entire area was on top of us, which was crazy. And then, luckily we sustained minimal damages, so almost no damage. We're definitely gonna have to fix a few things, but it doesn't require immediate fixing problems or whatever the case may be. But I spent it almost 2 weeks trying to figure things out. I was very tired, traveling back, getting things done, getting things sorted out. Getting back to normal was really just one of those things that we really needed to get to that point. So I decided to just be best to, because of everything was happening, to just go ahead and postpone the podcast until we were feeling safe and definitely feeling energetic to be able to do this. I know we've missed a bunch of stuff happening in the last 2 weeks. We're going to recap as much as possible without having to go too over it. What about you, Chris? What have you been doing this last 2 weeks?
Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary. I will say I didn't get to play as much as I wanted to these past few weeks. But yeah, still been chugging. Lot of fun. I haven't seen any Galarian birds since the update to them being able to be shiny now.
Yep.
but I'll be going out after the podcast and trying to get another one. But I think there's been a lot to look forward to. The Dynamax battles have been fun. And yeah, I just think there's a lot going on in the game still. So I got a lot of fun to play all the time.
Were you okay during the hurricane and everything?
Oh yeah. It was just mostly windy over here.
Yeah.
Never lost power in my apartment, but there were a few people at my work that lost power and had to deal with a little bit of flooding around here. But mostly because their building was like at the bottom of a area where it sloped down in like an apartment complex.
Okay.
And I was like, man, if I would have saw that my apartment was like the only one, the only building at the bottom of the slope, I don't know if I would move in there.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, but it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you hear that you were okay. I mean, yeah, you are a little bit farther away from the action. I was literally dead center on it. So, again, it was just lucky enough that we didn't sustain too much damage in that.
Yeah, thank goodness it dies down pretty fast when it hits the land.
It was eerie. Well, I mean, if I was here, I knew what is eerie. My entire neighborhood was actually like talking about it, and it was like, oh man, I thought that the hurricane and the once the eye passes it's gonna be fine. It's like, no, dude.
No.
The second part of that wall was horrendous.
Yeah, you get hit with both sides of that wall.
Yeah, it was bad. It was kind of cool to see that my whole city was actually inside of the eye. Everybody was talking about it the entire time, but I don't know. It's just one of those things. Also, can we get a shiny shadow check here?
Oh.
No, it wasn't. After that, it's been windy the entire time.
Yeah, not as much rain this hurricane,
no,
but
it was
a ton of wind.
Yeah, it was a lot of wind for sure. Maybe we get the hundo? Nah, I never lucky. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna just leave it at that because it's been quite a week since then and everything. Again, trying to get back to normal has been going back to regular schedule programming and everything. So. I mean, it is what it is. Now we're here. Once again, we're gonna talk about Pokemon GO because it's Pokemon GO. 2 weeks worth of recap. What do you got for me, Chris?
It's been a pretty fun week. I will say I missed out on a bunch of events.
Yeah. I missed that right
raid hours for sure. But recently just a bunch of sleeping through events, to be honest. Oh my gosh, where do we start at? Was it all the way with Zacian?
Yeah, Zacian was probably the last thing that we talked about.
Oh
right
my
after
gosh.
that raid hour.
Yeah, I think that was the thing. So right before I saw a movie, I was able to do a remote raid for Zacian. I got my one shiny Zacian. That's the one I wanted the most.
Nice.
So I'm very happy about that. Yes. I did a few Zacian, not like a crazy amount though. I got a Galarian Slowking shiny and a Pidgey and a Mankey. And that was within like 3 days, so that was all cool. And then I got 7 shiny Sawaddle. I was at a event called Spookala in Tampa, and I'm just happy I was able to get even one Sawaddle. So
you were this close to me, and you didn't come to visit me.
Huh?
You say you were in Tampa, right?
Yes.
You were this close to me. You didn't come to visit me.
I was that close. Yeah, dude. It would have been such a far. It's still from Tampa. I think it's like an hour and a half.
From my place, 45 minutes.
You're crazy.
And
depending
on where you are, of course.
Yeah. I just drove down to there and then drove up afterwards.
It's like.
And then next is Lickitung. A shiny Mawile when we had that event going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be nice to talk about that. And then shiny Stuffle. Shiny Scyther. I did get a shiny Magnemite from one of the quests. And the one I'm most excited about, I got a shiny Shadow Galarian Zigzagoon. which I think all the shadows right now are like some of the best groups of them that we had.
Yeah, definitely.
And then on the drive home today, I go plus to perfect Paris.
Oh.
So I finally got a perfect, and I know what you have. So, oh my gosh. But tell us all about that.
I didn't mention what I actually got today either. So,
Oh my gosh.
We're going to start with the Hondos just because the shinies are a little more enticing. Actually, there is one that's technically both. But, So, after coming today, I hatched a shiny, or not a shiny, but a Hondo Sableye. I did raid hour last week. Or this last week? Yeah, this week? I don't know. Last Wednesday, or this Wednesday coming by. Yeah, I don't know why Giratina just lost me too much. Oh, man. I was raiding with the buddies in town, and we were just doing the one specific one. We were out of the car. We were all talking. We were like, okay, cool. We did the raid. And all of a sudden, we already knew the CP. But we were like, okay, I didn't see the CP during the raid after we defeated it. And I was like, okay, cool. I got the shiny. And then I see the numbers. I'm like, wait a minute. What was the CP again for the Hondo? What it boosted? Oh, man. Yeah, another Shando Giratina. That's my second one. Giratina just lost me too much, my friend. Way too much. I don't know why. But
it's such a good one, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he has gone down in popularity in Go Battle League and all that, but it's still a pretty amazing one. I'm debating whenever to level 50 it, because just my other one is already there. But it just really depends on that point. Also got a Hondo Yamask or Galarian Yamask from the research event. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
All right, let's get into the shinies, because that's also very important what happened. You might have seen a sneak peek. Anyways, my Gold Plus has been going crazy. I got a shiny Grimer that I never knew about. Chansey Pony. Well, actually, the Ponyta Natu was from my daily instance at one point. The Magnemite was Gold Plus. I got like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 11 Yamask, and a good mixture of both. A lot of them from the paid research and all that. I was running my daily adventure instance, which I did encounter 2 Galarian birds. Both of them ran away. Surprise, surprise. I also got a shiny Shelmet. I don't remember if I actually got one before. I think I did, and I don't remember, but that's my second one already, so that's nice. Go Plus a shiny Oddish, and then today I hatched a shiny Sandal from the 12KX.
Whoa. Yeah, that's a fun one.
Bro, I was actually super happy when I saw it. I was driving over. And then I opened the game when I was like there, and all of a sudden I see it popped up, and I'm like, okay, I don't need to do 12K eggs anymore.
Oh my gosh.
I'll do them eventually. I mean, I still have the eggs in the pool and everything anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, no, it's been a wild ride the last few weeks, especially the last few days for sure. To encounter 2 of the most sought out shinies out there. Definitely lifts my spirits up after everything that has happened. So I'm glad. Very, very glad. After that, nothing really to come about when it comes to BB or anything. Just happy-go-lucky stuff. A lot of Dynamax Pokemons caught and gone. Found a couple of ramen places with the crew, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, it is how it is. Yeah, okay, so let's not dwell too much into what happened the last 2 weeks after that, because I guess I'll just go over some of those things that happened. Let me check to make sure I was at this moment. So after the Tingle Rocket takeover event, which was during the hurricane, that came and went. We got the Heatran, right? You got your Heatran already?
Yes. Yeah, I did get it too late to do the frustration off of it, which is annoying, but at least I have the Heatran ready to, go, I guess.
Yeah, mine was a 15 attack, and then the other 2 were like meh.
Mine was fairly PvP. Funny enough, so was my friend's, but let me just double check it.
Yeah,
because it was pretty low attack wise.
Mm-hmm.
It was a 6, 14, 13.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I was pretty happy to see that.
I got a 15, 14. 7. Yeah.
Got that chunky.
I mean, I could probably use it for Grey League, but I can also go to Ultra, but it's not bad.
Yeah, it really depends what you want to use it for. Oh my gosh, yeah, we got something else that was pretty recent. I feel like too.
Yeah. After that, we started the month of October. Mega Mile Wild Day was there. I think this was announced right after we podcasted, and then we couldn't really talk about it until then. But Mega Mile Wild, I was actually on the road at the time. I was only able to do a few remotes. I got enough Mega Energy to be able to Mega Evolve one.
Yeah, just from one raid, pretty much.
Basically, yeah. I am, of course, trying to always have the Mega ready to go every day, but I'll definitely be running out of Mega Energy pretty soon once all of this starts. I am at 88 energy, and for some reason, every time I Mega Evolves, it becomes tiny. Like seriously, it's not even.
I guess it's just because of how zoomed in it is.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I saw it normally like the first time I Mega Evolved, but after that, it's always been a tiny one. But oh well, I'll walk that to get more Mega Energy at that point. After that, we had the electric type event, the magnetic study event. This actually happened from the 15th to the 17th, so a short 3-day event. Each one of the days gave us a time research that we had to complete to get some encounters with Plasma, Minun, and Magnemite. Hence why I got the shiny Magnemite. So, with some other stuff like 2 times experience from catching Pokemon, 50 more experience from raid battles, which actually helped out during the Giratina raids. And then 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon. So that was pretty nice. And then after that, I believe that's it, the events. Did we had anything this week that I remember? No, right? Aside from the magnetic study.
I think that covers everything. Yeah, you already mentioned a bit of the Galarian Yamask and Yamask Research Day.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones I slept through. I was super excited for it too. But yeah, I think that covers everything that we went through. It felt like some of the events went by pretty fast. Did you mention how we had Plusle, Minun, and Magnemite each day?
Yeah, it was one of those days each time.
Yeah, I thought that was an interesting idea. I wish we had a little bit more time to claim them, but I guess that did make it a little bit more exciting for trying to get that done.
Yeah.
Like even though like they weren't like crazy quests, but all in all, I think it was probably the most fun way to do a Plusle and Minun event.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, some people that I've been listening to is that Plusle and Minun has been shiny released for a while. They've been in events for a while. I think there was one of them during the Go Fest, I think either 2018 or 2019 that he was spawning and you were getting a lot of them. The funny thing is like they haven't really been like featured in a while, so this is actually nice, a little fresh of air to him. Same with Magnemite, even though Magnemite had spotlight hours and things like that, but never shiny chance boosted. So if you got few, nice. I mean, it also comes around with the new players or returning players. If they didn't get it, this was their chance.
Yeah, my friend made me laugh because he got the shiny Plusle from like the first one he did, and he's like, "Wait, is this guaranteed?" And I was like, "No, it's not."
Oh man, yeah, it's nice. It wasn't too bad. It was a short one, so it literally didn't have to go any more than those 3 days when we came down to it. But yeah, it was there. It was nice. And that's it. That's pretty much it in those regards. There are a few things that we're going to cover in the news. They are going to come in the next few days. Actually, very exciting stuff anyways. So let's get into that, shall we? I'm gonna quote our good friend Lane from Good Morning Johto. News time. Gonna have some news time. Anyway. All right, so also check them out, guys. And we have our very first event of November that was announced. If my website will actually want to work. Anyways, November's 2024 Community Day. Can you guess what it is? You already know what it is.
It's the pig nose Pokemon. I don't remember what they call it.
The pig monkey Pokemon.
The pig monkey.
There you go. Mankey makes its Community Day debut. With shiny already released, but it is what it is. Happening on Sunday, November 10 from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. local time. The featured Pokemon, of course, will be Mankey. And if you're lucky, you might encounter a shiny one. Many shiny ones. Feature attack. So evolve Mankey or Primate during the event up to 5 hours afterwards to get Primate or an LA that knows the charged attack Rage Fist. Rage Fist will have trainer battles of 50 power and increased chance of one stage to their attack to increase their attack power. And then gyms and race will be 100 power. This is actually pretty interesting. Rage Fist is also a ghost type move, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So a nice diversity for a lot of the meta. Maybe they'll make an LA actually come back. Maybe make Primate a decent Pokemon in the meta now.
Yeah, Primate with it is definitely interesting. I still think people are gonna probably prefer Night Slash.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah. If it's a guaranteed attack raise, then maybe not.
Mm-hmm. It's basically yeah. It doesn't say that it has a chance. It just says it will go up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So
that's probably gonna be the winner then.
It's like Power Punch at that point, you know.
Yes.
A little stronger too of it, but that's pretty good. Of course, the Community Day special research story for $1 will be equivalent to your current local currency. Will be available for you guys to actually purchase. You guys know that you can also gift this to friends who are grade or higher. Event bonuses, limited time evolution requirements. You can evolve Primate into an ally after catching 20 fighting type Pokemons with Primate as your buddy. So make sure you put your buddy in there whenever you get them. 3 times experience for catching Pokemons, 2 times candy for catching Pokemons, 2 times chance of trainers 31 and up to receive Candy XL. Lore modules and incense will last for 3 hours, of course, excluding the daily adventure incense, which we want more. Take confused snapshots during Community Day for a surprise. 1 additional special trait can be made for a maximum of 2 per day, and traits will require 50 less Stardust for doing the traits. You also have your bonus raid battles after Community Day, so you are able to basically battle Primate in 4-star raids and get the bonus of Community Day spawns throughout the gym, just like any other one at that point. Field research will be available once again for Mankey encounters, Great Balls, and much, much more. Pokestop showcases will different Pokemon during Mankey Community Day. It could be Primate, it could be an LA, it could be Mankey. It depends on how you look at it. Web Store Bundle, the Ultra Community Day box, which is basically the same thing, although it's $5. It's not bad. You do get your Elite Charge CM from that. You also can get some event bundles in-game shop, which is just in-game, which is, again, the same thing. $13.50 is the one that gives you the Elite Charge CM, so that's nice. Some stickers, and then, of course, the Community Ambassador program. If you're able to get in and get to one and register, you get this special research story for free. The standard Community Day, exciting for Mankey. How are you feeling, Chris?
I think it's definitely one that newer players are definitely going to appreciate. Because I think Annihilate is still one that is very good to have. More so for Ultra League than Great League, but I think the people that want it for Great League are definitely going to be very happy for it. I don't think it's the craziest shiny, but I still think it's a fun one.
Yeah.
So hopefully people are as excited for it as I am. But do I think it's like one of the top community days? Nah, but I still think it's definitely a fun one to play.
Definitely. Just, get your PvP ready, especially because if you are wanting to get into PvP, this is a Pokemon that you maybe want. It has actually made waves since its introduction of an LA. Primate has some niche here and there, but now that it has a different moveset, maybe it will help out the most. So
yeah, I was excited to use a shadow Annihilate, but I didn't get a chance to TM off frustration before.
Was Mankey in the pool? I don't remember Mankey.
Yes, yeah.
No, I didn't even know he was actually part of the pool of shadows.
Yeah, it was a little bit rarer than some of the other ones. I feel like I don't think it was like as rare as like Snorlax. Though.
Was this in the rotation of this new rotation that happened during the takeover?
I believe so.
Then I haven't encountered one in a while. Then Holy Jesus! You should. I would be getting. You should be getting a lot of encounters for fighting type grunts, but this is the first time that I don't believe I've seen a few in a while.
Yeah, the days I got it on were the 14th and the 8th
October.
for the 2 I got.
Okay. Oh wow, I didn't even notice that. I guess I should have been in Penmontecho, but I was more worried about a hurricane at that time, so you never know.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I could have done the charge move off of the first one, but I was like, oh, I'll get a better one. And I got a better one, but it was after the time frame. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I'll just use an elite charge TM once we're able to get off frustration again.
Yeah, that would be nice. All right, well, I mean, I learn something new every day, but again, I just haven't really been into the news in the last few days. How about
there's worse Pokemon to miss out on.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, let's talk about the next event, and this is an exciting one because it's happening right after we finish recording. Well, technically, a couple of days after that. Anyways, beware of both big and small scares with Morpeko and Dynamax Ghastly during the Pokemon GO Halloween 2024 Part 1. Woo! This is going to be an exciting one. When is this happening?
Dude, I love Halloween.
Dude, same here, man. So, Tuesday, October 22nd at 10 a.m. to Monday, October 28th at 10 a.m. local time. The Pokemon's debut, Morpeko, make his Pokemon GO debut. Morpeko will charge into Pokemon GO, changing the way you battle. Certain Pokemons like Morpeko will be able to change forms in battle each time it uses its charge attack, unleashing new possibilities for you and your battle team. Initially, Morpeko will only be able to change forms when battling Team Go Rockets, Grunts, or in that battle league. So you wouldn't be able to use it in raids then? That's interesting. But, I mean, that kind of makes sense to just put it in the two places that are gonna make sense to put them on. So, Morpeko is a single-stage Pokemon, so you never really have to worry about evolving it anyways. Feature attacks. Aura Wheel will be an electric one. And while it's full belly mode, I guess when it's, happy-go-lucky. And it has 100 power in trainer battles, and it increases the user's attack by 1 stage. Okay, so another one of those is increased attacks. That's interesting. And then the dark mode Aura Wheel will be when it's in hungry mode, which is basically after you use the attack. And the same thing, 100 power. It's a dark type move and increases the user's attack by 1 stage. Very interesting. However, there's more. Go Battle League. Starting with this event, you can find Morpeko and reward encounters through the season in Go Battle League. During the event, Morpeko will encounter more frequently in the premium track of the Go Battle League. After the event, starting at rank 16 in the Go Battle League, the Morpeko will encounter in both Go Battle League reward tracks, but more frequently in the premium track. Pause right there. What do you think about Morpeko?
I think it's a fun Pokemon, but I'm curious how good it's going to be, I don't know. It's just a fun Pokemon. I'm really just curious how good it's going to be. Comparable, I'd compare it to like Togedemaru. Another Pikachu clone. Which Togedemaru has a bit of a niche, but it's not very good. But I'm very curious if this is going to be one of the first Pokemon to essentially have 3 charge moves, right?
Essentially.
So I'm very interested to see how that ends up turning out.
I'm definitely
if this is their way of getting their foot in the door on that.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to understand how it's really going to play out. Hopefully there's not too many problems really adapting this in the Go Battle League or in Team Go Rocket battles. But knowing that the attack is electric and dark and every single time kind of makes interesting how you're going to play out a Go Battle League battle. It's like, okay,
I was thinking people can trade he's going to be an electric type. I'm going to switch it to my ground type one next.
There was also something that I forgot to mention. Somebody was actually talking about it. Like when you use the move, let's say you charge it up, you use it, and then switch out, will you still have that mode come back to the dark one while you're using it, or the other one around? Or does it reset when you switch it?
That's an interesting situation there.
I don't remember how in the main series is. I think he stays in his form until you actually use the move again or something.
I feel like he should stay in it, but I wonder if they thought about that.
Yeah. I'm sure they have. I mean, the only thing that you'll be losing, which is most of the time in Go Battle League, is the attack bonus every time you use it. So it's gonna be interesting how you're gonna use it, especially because you have two different types in one for the same attack that does the same damage with the same ability, basically. It's just, let's say you're going against a water type, you use electric one at the time, but then you go against not a fairy type or something, and then you use your dark move or something, and then you lose less damage or something like that, you know? So it's kind of like, it's kind of really be interesting how you're going to use it, especially in those type of moments, you know? I guess that's the point of really moving around when it comes down to it. Anyways, we have more news apart of that. Max Battles. Dynamax Ghastly will making its Pokemon Go debut in Pokemon Go Dynamax Battles. In 1-star race, actually. So it's going to be the same as the starter. So that's pretty nice. And then Phelan stays in the 3-star category for Max Battles, which is actually pretty good because I wasn't going to be doing so many of the 3-stars at that time. So
yeah, 3 stars are a little bit tricky. Still doable, but I prefer to do it with somebody else personally.
Yeah, it's nice doing it anyways. Event bonuses: 2x candy for catching Pokemon, increased chance of turning this level 31 and up to get candy XL for successfully catching Pokemon with a nice throws or better. Increased chance of encountering shiny Umbreon in raids and shiny Sora in the wild.
Oh,
we actually had Sora in raids since the last rotation.
Yeah. I thought that was very interesting because that's going to be the first time that's the first time people can see a shiny Zora before they catch it.
Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. But hey, now you're able to encounter more. Remember, Sora turns into your body, so if you see like a wild Groudon or a wild Rayquaza, that's your Sora right there.
Oh my gosh, wild Rayquaza!
Man,
I love making that joke. Oh,
I know, gosh. Right? Wild encounters for this event: Zubat, Spinarak, Murkrow, Mischievous, Shuppet, Drifloon, Purloin, Female Froelish, Sora, Lickitung, Grevian, and then some players may encounter Sableye and Absol. Absol has just been everywhere these days. Do note the Morpeko is not in the wild encounters, so you're not gonna be able to just catch one in the wild. That's gonna be interesting. Raids, we have 1-star raids, Sneasel, Sableye, Yamask, Galarian Yamask, and then 3-star raids we have Hisuian, Typhlosion, Umbreon, and Bombardier. Oh man, if you actually haven't been following the leaks online about
my gosh,
then you know why I said after Typhlosion, but don't worry about it. Anyways, free time research will be available starting on October 22nd to November 3rd. Time research focuses on Spiritomb and is 108 spirit form spirits throughout the event. Complete the research task to receive encounters with Halloween-themed Pokemon like Spiritomb and Morpeko. So actually, you'll get at least a few Morpekos in the free time research. In the field research, though, we'll have Sableye, Scraggy, Golett, Sandygast, Morpeko, Nimble, and Greviant. And some trainers may even encounter Spiritomb as one of the encounters. So that's pretty nice. You also are able to collect some Mega Energy for Gengar, Houndoom, Sableye, Bennett, and Absol. You can pay $5 to get the exclusive special time research. This time research will encounter with 3x catch candy, at least the bonuses, event team Pokemons, including the first pick at new custom Pokemons debuting in part 2 of the event, Froakie wearing a Pokemon Halloween custom, and Rowlet wearing a Pokemon Halloween custom. Nice. Event team Pokemon encounters including Pikachu wearing a Witch Hat, Spiritomb, and Morpeko. A new avatar item depending on your choice, Morpeko 1C for the full belly mode or the Morpeko 1C for the hungry mode. I think hungry wins on that one anyways. Trainers will be able to purchase the tickets and give tickets to any Pokemon Go trainers that have achieved friendship for greater stats. That's simple as that. Please note that this time research ticket will only be available in Game Shop until November 2nd at 8 p.m. local time. So if you don't claim it, it's going to go away. You better claim it. And then for $2, oh my goodness, you'll get another exclusive time research with the following Pokemon encounters: Pikachu, Vulpix, Gengar, Piplup, Drifloon, Froakie, Punkaboo, and Rowlet, all wearing their spooky and Halloween costumes. And trainers, the same thing. New avatar items and stickers are available: Halloween Finnery, Woobat, Top Hat, Morpeko 1Cs, and all that. some stickers, explore the decor. Pokemon Encounter backgrounds, Pokestops and GIF will be decor with the for the holiday during both parts of the Halloween event. The Lavender Town music is back for nighttime, so that's pretty nice. Some showcases up in there. And then also a Pokemon GO web store Halloween update. There will be new deals in the Pokemon GO web store during the event starting on October 22nd at 10 a.m. Pacific time. For $5, you get the Creepy Crate. Will net you 3 remote raid passes, 1 premium battle pass, and 1 max particle pack. For $40, that's a nice increase. The Pumpkin Pack will feature 20 incubators and 20 super incubators. And then for $100, there's the jump. The Boo Bundle will feature 3 remote raid passes, 50 super incubators, 3 max particle packs, 16 premium battle passes, and 50 incubators. Jeez. And remember, this is also equivalent to your looking currency and all that, but man, oh man. Okay, well, let's go back a little bit on this whole thing real quick after Morpeko being introduced and the max battles and all that. Wall encounters are pretty nice because most of them are shiny. I think the only Pokemon that's not shiny is none of them, so that's pretty nice. Oh no, Greavant. Greavant is not a shiny one.
Yeah.
In raids, we have a bunch of, Pokemons. I don't know why Yamask and Galarian has to be there after the research day because we already got them through the research day.
I'll take it. No.
The time research for Spiritomb is nice. It's another chance of Spiritomb.
Spiritomb is always very welcome. His shiny is super, super cool.
Well, give or take, in the last 2 years, I got in about the Hondo. Maybe I'll
keep you want another one? You want another Hondo?
Just give me the shiny, man. I've been looking for that shiny forever. Obi-Wan Kenobi, thank you for joining us. Field research encounters seems pretty nice. I mean, you are looking for the Morpeko anyways. And a Spiritomb, actually. So I hope that we get some easy ones. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so I guess time research. It was to be expected for the time research. I am probably gonna buy it because I want all of this. I love the Rowlet and the Spiritomb, of course. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, I think the $2 one is a pretty safe buy.
Mm-hmm.
I might end up getting the $5 one. It's really interesting to me though, because the first peak kind of thing is like, they're gonna be out and about anyways.
And part two, yeah.
But a free. I say free, but an easy Spiritomb and Morpeko is definitely something that's enticing. And just throwing in the onesie, I might just toss it on just for the holiday spirit.
Pretty much. The onesies are pretty cool, I guess. I don't know about the Woobat hat, but we'll figure it out. The stickers are nice. I love the whole Rowlet and Froakie ones.
Yes.
I'm also loving that they're going to come back with the whole Halloween theme in the map. I always love the map looking completely different than it usually is. The Lavender Town music, I would enjoy it more if I actually put some music on in the game. And then after that, okay, let's talk about the elephant in the room here. What are these freaking boxes, okay? It's like, seriously.
What are the...
Why? What's in the box? Well, actually, tell us what's in the box. Why is it so pricey? Anyways. $5, $40, $100. I mean, it's a good deal. I think it's a good deal. I don't know.
It looks good on paper. I don't think it's the worst possible prices for things. If you need to buy incubators for the year, maybe. Yeah. It is just kind of funny to me to have the 3 remote passes just there, though. That just got a chuckle out of me.
And do remember, you can't really buy them until you use more than the 3 that you have in your inventory or the 5 that you can carry most of the time. So
that's true.
So unless they go this is only happened once, and in the whole cycle of remotes, where you can actually stack how many remote passes you get. And I think somebody at one point had 20 in their inventory. Mm-hmm. But still, it was just one of those things that if they allow us to, great. I don't know if you want to buy more than one or not. If I spend $200, well, I'll have 100 super incubators and 100 incubators. That's a good deal for me.
Oh my gosh.
The 3 max particle packs, though, do remember you actually have a limit. So if you get more than that limit, you won't be able to collect any more. And if you have quests that allows you to say, hey, you need to collect the max particle, you technically need to do or use all the max particles before you actually get to that point. So, which that is usually only for the max battle stuff that we had in the last month or so. I don't know. I'm like wary about these boxes in the end of the day, but I'm just like, you put incubators in the game, I'm just like, I need to get them.
I think the $40 one is, just a nice treat. It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
I personally don't think I'll be buying either of these though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll figure out when we get there. But
the $5 one seems pretty fair.
I am running low in incubators, so I think I might just buy one pack of 40 just because of it.
Sure.
Mostly because 20 incubators is pretty well burst for somebody that plays and hatches eggs for the last few months.
I think it's definitely a good one to hold on to until they got eggs you want, which might be during this event. Sometime during the Halloween event.
Maybe a part 2, because I think there's something that they haven't announced yet.
That's what I'm thinking.
They've been teasing a lot of stuff. And maybe they'll put Mimikyu in the eggs for the first time. I don't know. That would be interesting.
Definitely a possibility.
Anyhow, that's Halloween part 1. We'll come back for part 2 next time when we got more information about it. But we have some updates to the raid and battle system. It's just basically a little quote-unquote here, trainers. Pokemon GO raid and gym battles experience are being improved globally. These updates are intended to improve stability, reduce latency, and make it easy to add new features in the game. That's interesting. Updates include changes to the damage output, energy generation, and duration of certain Pokemon attacks for raids and gym battles only. Thank you for continuing to play Pokemon GO, and as always, let's go. Yeah, I made a tweet about it this last few times, and everybody hated me for it. And then I'm just like, y'all just need to take a break on stuff, Anyways, it really didn't faze me, because in the end of the day, it kind of makes sense. In what I was saying is like, the community was like, oh, why is it making all these changes and everything without telling us? It's like, okay, well, communication is key. They kind of did that a little too late. But then after that, I made a comment about the community saying that we want something more challenging in the game, and now everybody's like going bananas. It's like, we didn't want this challenge. So I'm like, yes, you did. You just never talk about it. But aside from that, it's good that they're actually trying to make some changes, maybe for the new features in the future, which maybe is something that we'll be liking in the future. I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
I think change can be good. I think it's okay that they didn't give us too much warning ahead of time. I just can't remember, based on the time, how close that was to something like Zacian. If I'm looking at it right, or Zamazenta or any of that, if I'm looking at it right, I'm hoping that wasn't before Zacian or Zamazenta raid hour. But it kind of looks like it was. But hopefully that didn't affect people too much. That's the only thing I can see that would be an issue, is changing it right before a raid hour that people are excited for.
Right.
But yeah, I think as long as it's not crazy tough out of nowhere, then it should be a good thing. Because keeping it fresh and exciting is definitely a good thing for the game, but not so tough that people have to really, really grind to be able to raid with people that have been playing for a while. That would be an issue.
Yeah, the whole thing that happened is that the damage output was being calculated wrong, and some of the things that happened was that the Pokemon was actually getting like the raid itself. Let's say this was actually I think happening during Kyogre raid hour or something like that.
Yeah, they're using their charge attacks a lot.
Yeah, it was like they were spamming blizzards, and every Pokemon in the party of like the last of all 20 people in the lobby was actually getting destroyed, completely destroyed and demolished. And it was just like spam, 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 which you usually don't get because most of the time the damage calculator says, okay, I have enough for a charge move. I'm going to use that charge move, but it's also a 50-50 chance they'll use it. So it was never an intended way of doing things. It's just that they were doing the changes that were not communicated to us. And we were seeing all these problems. People were not able to defeat the raid bosses that way, especially when you had a smaller group. Yes, maybe the community wasn't asking for this. But at the same time, I feel like they're always asking for this. So...
it's the age-old thing. You can't please everyone, sorry to say.
Basically, yeah. It's just one of those things. So, I mean, haters gonna hate. I said my piece. That's about it. That's my 2 cents. All right. Very exciting stuff happening very, very soon, actually. Aside from this whole battle thing. Let's get ready to Gigantamax. I was surprised that they announced this as soon as they did, anyways. So
yeah, I feel like their first Dynamax Pokemon definitely teased it. So I am excited that they're announcing it so soon.
Yeah, so go bigger with the Gigantamax Pokemons in a new max battles. Trainers, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise are making their Pokemon GO Gigantamax debuts, as these max battles are unlikely anything you've seen before. It appears that these Gigantamax Pokemon can only be defeated when enough trainers unite as a team. Reports indicate the group of 10 to 40 trainers are able to defeat and catch these formidable power spot bosses. Yikes. One thing is clear, these are the biggest challenge in Pokemon GO yet. And the latest findings to Gigantamax Pokemon happening in one of these findings here, which I'm actually going to show to you guys. There is a nice little trailer. If you guys are going to watch it, just go to the website or go to Pokemon GO Live or whatever. So, Dynamax and Gigantamax, breaking news. Gigantamax Pokemons are happening. Band together with 39 other trainers to take Dynamax Pokemons in max battles. Lord have mercy, I don't know why we need that many people. We know about the Dynamax, we know the power spots, we know the team max battles. Go bigger. Alright, let's talk about that, Howie. Let's see, there's more information here, but let me go into the actual part of the news when we're talking about this here.
Man, only available for one weekend is wild.
Yeah. So on Saturday, October 26th at 10 a.m. to Sunday, October 27 at 8 p.m. local time, which is what, this coming weekend?
Yeah. Next Saturday and Sunday.
10 a.m. to Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to have to coordinate this with some people anyways.
Yo, same.
Gigantamax debuts, Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise with Gigantamax forms. Whoa. And then, if you're lucky, you may encounter shiny ones. That's pretty nice. Max Particles will be available in the in-game shop for $7.99. That's pretty much it. That's all this says right here. All right, so let's go into the latest findings, because that's what basically have more information about it. It says right here... All right, so... Gigantamax is a kind of Dynamax that certain Pokemon can undergo. When Pokemon Gigantamax, they can take on a different appearance in addition to the usual effects observed in Dynamax Pokemon. Any main series players know this. Pokemon with the ability to Gigantamax can be encountered, battled, and caught through max battles. They can be found at power spots throughout the map. Partner with your own Dynamax or Gigantamax Pokemon to defeat the power boss. Like the Dynamax Pokemon, you can use Candy and Max Particles to unlock Max Move and level them up for stronger effects. When you do that, you also get a work experience. Gigantamax Pokemon can learn up to 3 moves, a unique attack, Spirit, and Max Guard. While Pokemon is Gigantamax, their first Max move is a powerful G-Max move. Each species of Pokemon capable of Gigantamaxing has a unique G-Max move, which might not be the same type as its fast attack. Okay. So that means that even if you had the fast attack the first time around, even, let's say I have a Charizard or a Gigantamax Charizard with a fire type move, then that move will be a G-Max move. I'm guessing it's whatever it was in the main series games. And then after that, it will just be the regular normal type move or whatever I have as one of his fast attacks. So the first time around, it's gonna be that move. You just gotta plan ahead, basically, right?
Yeah. I think it looks really tough, but I do think people are going to get used to it pretty fast, to be honest.
Do understand that this Gigantamax Pokemons are 6-star battles, not even 5, just 6. So we jump from 1, 3, and 6. That's actually crazy. But
Brutal.
It is brutal, actually, now that I think about it. You also be able to use 800 MP or max particles to be able to actually encounter and battle this Gigantamax Pokemons, just like the 3-star battles. Or is 3-star 400 when you go into the battle?
I think it's 400.
Okay, so we are a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it goes 250, 400.
So at best, you can do 1 if you have a nice max particles, or let's say you stack up from 1 for the day, and then on the same day you can do another 1.
Yeah, you should be able to do 2, as long as you have the max amount going into it the first day and you haven't collected your 1,000 or 800 for the day.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
So you might be able to do 4 for free altogether, if you're really, really lucky.
Like right now, I have 1,080, so I'll be able to do 1 before I collect the next max particles tomorrow. If you
I think if you're going into Saturday with over 1,000 or 1,000-ish, I think people will be able to do 2. I think people can do what's it called?
I think
they can do 4 for free, but I think I should have a max particle thing, so I should be able to do at least 4, no problem.
I think that if you mathematically do it correctly in a way that you have the max amount of max particles you can get before the day, you could probably just barely make 4.
Yes.
But most likely you're going to be able to only be able to do 3.
Yeah, it might be a little bit short is what I'm worried about, yeah.
Yeah, and that's without powering up any Pokemon, so be ready. I do have a Blastoise ready for the Charizard, but everything else seems to be... We're going to have to start powering up some things before then. All right. Any trainers with at least 1 Dynamax Encanted Pokemon can be partake into the battle. Up to 40 trainers split into groups of 4 or fewer can band together to increase their chances of success. Each trainer must use their max particles to engage in battle. The more powerful the power spot boss, the more max particles needed, just like we mentioned. But don't worry, max particles are only used up once you successfully take down the boss, so keep pushing towards victory. I'm still trying to figure out if you need let's say all 40 players in the same power spot to really beat it down, or can you beat it down with the 4 players that you already have and just be done with it afterwards? It just seems weird the way that it's worded, you know?
I think it'd be cool if you could get, that many people into one battle. I'm very interested to see if that is actually the case, though.
Yeah, well, no, it says right here that you can do up to 40 people in the max battle, but it will be banded in within 4 players lobbies, basically. Yeah, it says right. Okay, so it says right here, up to 40 trainers split into groups of 4 or fewer can band together to increase their chances of success. It still doesn't say that you may need more than 4 of the group at a time or something like that. It's like, do you really need 10 or more to beat it down?
How do they battle it together then? That's interesting.
That's what I'm trying to find out. I'm sure they'll have more information.
Yeah, what if you have to beat it down and its health is shown on the map? Then you guys just beat it down over and over again until it finally gets taken out at the end.
Yeah, I would be.
And then maybe you only get the Gigantamax if you fight it.
Yeah. Okay,
that's one of those battles.
So I'm going down the list right now, and I'm trying to look into it. Mm-hmm. So there's a couple of pictures here. So you do have the Gigantamax Charizard. There is the lobby of 4, but then says 0 out of 7 ready. Team of 1 or 2, and then you see in the next picture you see 9 trainers, and you see 3 different teams, 2 of them composed of 4 and another one composed of 1. So yeah, you can actually band together and have a full team. Well, how many times you actually get out of 40? 10. So 10 lobbies, 10 teams technically, of 40 players to take down the boss. Huh. Okay, so we really actually need to get the band together for this. The entire community for this, right?
Get the band together.
Yeah, we got to get the community to actually like respond to the calls. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, Campfire can actually spot power spots now. So if you're looking for a few here and there, you can use Campfire for your coordination if you want to. But yeah, no, this is gonna be an interesting one. I'm sure that they won't appear in every single spot, but it is basically like a raid weekend, just like when we had for Mewtwo or Shadow Mewtwo, where you're gonna have to get a group of people to do the max battles with you at all times. The problem that I see there is one or two things. Once people start taking down max battles and start spending the max particles, you're gonna dwindle down in the amount of players that you get every time you go for another one, unless they buy more. I don't know if I like it that way. I like the way that it is. It's just nice and free, you know?
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how it plays out. Like, will this make the game stronger? Will people feel more divided? Because you do have to be in person for this. It's not a remotable kind of thing. So, let us know what you think, if you're excited or not excited for it. Personally, I'm definitely just interested to see how it happens. We always get that FOMO. We got to get the Gigantamax Pokemon.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I was hoping for a nice, quiet weekend this weekend, but I guess I'm going to have to go down to get some things done. All right.
With the Frizz? No way.
Yeah, I know, right? If it's not Saturday, we'll do Sunday. I'll figure it's another day when it comes out to it. But it's going to be interesting. I'm sure once we start getting more reports about it, we'll have more information about it. We'll definitely discuss it next Sunday for everybody to listen to in the end of the day. Anyways, we're running a little bit too long on this, so let's move on to next part of the news. The Festival of Lights comes back, and this is returning, celebrating Pokemon GO once again, with Pikachu wearing a sari outfit. That's pretty cool. Making a celebration, extra stylish event. This event is exclusive for trainers in India. So not really a global event, but it is kind of nice for India to have their own.
That's a cool outfit.
Yeah. Also, if anybody from India want to be in my friends list so they can send me some Pikachus, that'd be nice. This is happening on November 1st to November 4th, 8 p.m. local time. It's kind of similar to the Dia de Muertos that we're probably going to have at the end of the month anyways. So that's pretty nice anyways. 2 times Stardust for catching Pokemon, 2 times experience for catching Pokemon. Tingo Rocket balloons will appear every 2 hours. That's pretty nice. Tingo Rocket grunts appear more frequently as stops, and incense, excluding the daily incense activated for the event, will last for 3 hours. Nice. Basically like a community date kind of deal. Pokemon feature Alolan Geodude, Hisuian Voltorb, Slugma, Volby, Illumise, Liquid, Moral, and Tabble. I'm very curious why they actually have pictures for these club books. Before in any other blog post, they have lists of the Pokemons you're gonna encounter, but this one they just decided to be like, oh, we're gonna put up pictures of the Pokemons again. I'm like, Niantic.
Maybe it just depends who's doing it, I guess.
Anyways, raids. The Pikachu with a Sarit outfit. Hisuian Voltorb, the Dene, and Moral will be in the raids, so that's pretty nice. Please send me some invites. Field Research encounters with Pikachu, Moral, and Tabolt, whatever they call it. Retash and Genile. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this, everybody from India. Deshmore joins the festivities. That's an interesting one. Keep a watch for special videos featuring what I just mentioned as they become brand ambassadors for Pokemon GO. Cool. There's also going to be a sweepstakes for the the City Safari in São Paulo in Brazil. So it says 2 lucky winners will win a trip for Pokemon GO City Safari in São Paulo. Follow Pokemon GO for more details. That's pretty cool. And then celebrate the Festival of Lights with Pikachu wearing the sari in Bengaluru. Trainers in Bengaluru, there will be a special celebration with Pikachu wearing the sari on November 3rd at Phoenix Market City at 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. local time. The special event will have surprises and giveaways free for all trainers that, of course, are in the area itself. It's pretty nice that they're actually doing this type of events for other parts of the world aside from, the United States or globally at this point. What do you think, Chris?
I think it's definitely very cool. Am I going crazy, or is Skidoo not in the game yet?
Skidoo is in the game. Right.
The one that evolves into Go-Go?
Yeah, it is.
What?
It's actually available in City Safaris only right now.
Okay. Okay.
So it's one of those like exclusive unless you go to those specific events.
Okay.
And Shiny is really
I was like, I'm pretty sure I do not have one.
Yeah, no, we definitely don't, unless you're JT Ballard that goes to every event. But yeah. All right, Chris, I talked for a little bit too long. How about you take us to the next piece of news?
Oh, you want me to talk about this? No, this is a fun one.
Sorry.
You're funny. So this is a pretty big news thing. Some of you guys might think it's kind of boring, but I think it's definitely very cool. Pokemon Go and Walmart are partnering to bring Pokestops and Adventure to the Walmart stores. Mm-hmm. So starting October 20th, which is the time of the recording, all Walmart super centers across the United States will have more Pokestops and gyms. So if they already have some, they should have more. With 90% of Americans living within about 10 miles of a Walmart store, the added Pokestops are going to be very nice for sure. If you happen to go to Walmart, this is definitely going to enhance, your shopping. If you don't go to Walmart, you can go for that Pokestop. Personally, I'm probably just going to go to the park. That's just me, though. I mean, who wants to go to a parking lot that's busy?
Isn't that what every Pokemon Go player is at this point?
Yeah, but additionally, there's going to be Pokemon Go gift cards that will be available. And what is cool about those is you can buy them for other people, and you don't have to worry about it being Apple Store or Google Play, and you should be able to do it straight into the game. So they're going to be launching exclusively at Walmart and Walmart.com in the United States. They're showing increments of $10, $25, $50, and $100.
No taxes included.
No taxes included, really? Okay.
Meaning that the $100 and all that stuff, you don't count the taxes.
Yeah, plus tax, yeah, depending on where you're buying them from, obviously.
True.
But it does tell you on the card how many coins it's going to be awarded. I think it is just the ones from the in-stop, in-game store amounts. It could be the ones from the web store. I haven't checked it, but it's $10 for 1250, $25 for 3,300 Pokecoins, $50 for 7,000 Pokecoins, and $100 for 15,000 Pokecoins. I think it's definitely put out in time for Christmas. That was definitely their goal. So if you have a friend that plays Pokemon Go and you don't know what to get for them, this is the perfect gift, honestly. I think it couldn't get better, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. I'm actually checking that right now for the coins.
Oh, to check up the pricing?
Yeah, so in the game, if you buy the Pokecoins in the game for $100, you get 1,400 or 14,500 coins. If you buy it through the Walmart gift card, you get 15,000 even. And if you buy it at the web store, you actually get 15,500 plus an extra 1,000 coins. So you actually would be better to just buy it from the web store.
Yeah, depending on how well you know the person and everything, it might just be better to kind of give them the money and have them buy it on the web store.
Yeah, it really depends because you are technically losing on, 1,500 Pokecoins if you don't buy it from the web store itself. So that's
yes.
I mean, yeah, just like Chris mentioned, it's nice to have something like that for let's say giveaways and things like that you want to do. You're spending technically the same amount of money just for a little bit less, but still pretty nice. one last thing that I wanted to mention. This started, or actually the partnership, even though it started on the 20th today. Actually, the gyms and Pokestops started populating in Walmarts as of yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So you actually get 2 sponsor stops and a gym at each Walmart so far. So
okay, yeah, I might hit up my Walmart then.
Gotta get that gym badge, Anyways,
yeah, I'm always so disappointed though because it feels like there's like no cashiers at mine.
It's only United States.
I'll just go at a time that there's nobody there.
Yeah, I know, right? I think somebody recently mentioned that it's a 24-hour Walmart too, so like I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me just make sure. There is one more thing that I wanted to discuss. It's nice to have Walmart actually partnerships. That means more stops and gyms in the area. So that still changed up a few things. Okay, so there's actually one last thing that I didn't put in the notes on, and
one more thing
for everybody. And this is actually interesting in the wild area. So the Pokemon GO wild area of 2024 happening in November. There has been some updates since the release of Gigantamax Pokemons. Let me see if I can play this trailer. So there is, a brand new trailer enticing the Gigantamax stuff that are being made, which, again, this is actually a really long, or 31-second trailer. But Gigantamax Toxtricity will be making its Pokemon GO debut in the wild area. So time to band together with people and play around. So, I do like Gigantamax Toxtricity a lot. I don't know why. Their design is pretty nice.
Oh, yeah. I think most of the Gigantamax are just awesome designs. I'm trying to think of one I don't like, and it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard.
Yeah. So Toxtricity is also making its Pokemon GO debut for the first time. I don't know if they will be shiny upon release, so we'll figure it out when we get there. It's the bulk Pokemon or whatever. We're also introducing mighty Pokemon into the game. So this year's Pokemon GO Wild Area will have a plenty of electric and poison type Pokemons, but that's not all. Trainers may also find themselves in Pokemon encounters with unusual powerful opponents known as mighty Pokemon. All mighty Pokemon share the same trait. It most likely have a higher attack, defense, and HP rating, so basically better IVs. More likely to have XL or extra large. And more likely, more difficult to capture. So basically, you'll be wasting more Ultra Balls at that point. Trainers may even encounter shiny versions of this mighty Pokemon if you're lucky. Using the new Ghost Safari Ball when trying to capture these Pokemon will greatly improve your chances of success. Interesting. So they do say they introduce a brand new Safari Ball. So it's a brand new Pokeball that you're going to have in your inventory. It says that all Pokemon Go, or I'm sorry, all Go Safari Balls will expire and disappear from your item bag at 6:15 p.m. local time each day of the event. So you only get a few? How do you even get some? I don't know.
A new Safari Ball?
Yeah, I don't know. We're also going to have a legendary surprise in the unexplored what area contains. Interesting. Origin Form Dialga and Origin Form Palkia will appear in race during the event, and all trainers will have a chance to encounter these Pokemons. On top of that, they may even come with their signature attacks with Roar of Time and special rents. Adventure effects are also reported to occur when these moves are used outside of battle. Well, yeah, we kind of knew that. They talk about that. They also have Pikachu Popstar and Pikachu Rockstar takes the stage once again since its last appearance in 2021 Go Fest. Ticket holders can encounter them by completing a special research collection challenge or by taking Go snapshots during the Go Wild Area Global. Trainers may even encounter a shiny Pikachu Popstar or a shiny Pikachu Rockstar if they're lucky. Oh my god, the chase is insane. That's not all.
Another rare costume.
That's not all. Snorlax is ready to rock and roll, y'all. Snorlax wearing the studded jacket will debut during the Global Go Wild Area event. Trainers may even encounter a shiny one if you're lucky. Oh my goodness. What is this Go Fest?
Why did they tease us?
I don't know, man. They have a lot of Pokemons in the wild during parts of the event. So we're gonna have Electric Hour, Poison Hour, and Mighty Pokemon. That's a new one. During the Electro Hour, you encounter Pokemons like Alolan Geodude, Magnemite, Voltorb, Hisuian Voltorb, Electabuzz, Electrike, Shinx, Blitzle, Joltik, Tynamo, Stunfisk, and Helioptile. Do note every single Pokemon here is shiny. In the Poison Hour, you're going to have Bulbasaur, Bellsprout, Tentacool, Spinarak, Paldean, Wooper, Quillfish, Hisuian Quillfish, Skorupi, Crognat, Benepete, Skrelp, and Marini. I'm probably going to be hunting the Marini. And then on the Mighty Pokemon Hours, specifically on Saturday, you'll have Mighty Pidgeot, Golem, Gyarados, Luxray, Scolipede, Galvantula, Tyrum, and Toxapex. Do note they are showing the shiny symbol, so you will probably be able to catch a shiny Mighty Pokemon. And on Sunday, you'll have things like Venusaur, Poliwrath, Dragonite, Feraligatr, Electivire, Mamoswine, Electros, and Dragalge. Boy, that looks intense. Well, we actually already mentioned the rates, but we're going to have 3-star rates. Snorlax wearing their studded jacket, Luxray, and Scolipede. And on Saturday, and then on Sunday, we'll have Venusaur, Snorlax, and Electivire. 4-star race we'll have is Toxicity. That's pretty interesting. And then 5-star race, of course, will be the Origin for Dialga and Palkia. A max battles will have Toxicity with Gigantamax form. And it looks like we'll also have Dynamax, Toxicity, and well, actually both of their forms. And the bonuses for this event: daily limit for collecting max variables increased to 1,600. Okay. Oh. Lure modules activated will last for 2 hours. Chance of receiving a special background for 4-star and 5-star raid battles. Field research team around different Pokemon habitats, and then go snapshots of prices for encounters per day. When taking snapshots during the event, you never know what might show up, which is probably the Pikachu's anyways.
You never know.
Okay, I didn't think this was actually going to be as long as it is. But anyways, feature attacks. Venusaur, Pidgeot, Poliwrath, Gyarados, Feraligatr, and Luxray will have their Community Day moves when they're captured. New avatar items will be available, and ticket holders will have exclusivity with their pads, and an early purchase to the ticket, which you can actually buy it right now in the store, will get you some items for your character. Boy, okay, I didn't think I was gonna be this much, but Chris, this is a whole ass event right now.
Yeah, you could say it's pretty big. Stupid.
You might say it's even Gigantamax. Anyways.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I knew this was gonna be some kind of like event closer to Go Fest and things like that, but yo, there's too much. It's like I don't know what I'm gonna do the entire weekend for that, but holy Jesus, this is way so much. I might be able to be off for this entire weekend. I think I have the ability to. I think I already know that I have the ability to actually do this entire weekend. It's gonna be interesting because I have some other stuff that I gotta do anyway, so it's gonna be fun when I see it. Chris, what do you think?
I definitely think there's a lot to look forward to coming up. That is definitely some of the crazier stuff, all the Gigantamax and all that. As soon as they started announcing Gigantamax Toxtricity, I was like, oh my gosh, is the encounter one they give us, is that going to be a Dynamax or Gigantamax one? And it made it seem a lot more justified for them having us pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. Okay, so let me just break it down a little bit. When it comes to thank you. When it comes to the Gigantamax Pokemons and Dynamax Pokemons, I'm like, okay, cool. This is part of the event. This is something that we want. Maybe they'll release the shiny will at it because, you know, it's something that we're going to be spending the time on and everything. Cool. It makes sense. But then we have mighty Pokemon that we're going to have to capture throughout the event. And I'm just like, okay, well, that makes it a little more enticing to go around and actually go hunt for these Dynamax Pokemons because you'll be doing something at the side of when you go each one of those Dynamax or Gigantamax Pokemons at that point. The Pokeball, it makes sense. I mean, they're wanting to introduce them. Then you introduce, again, the Alga and Pocket, which is one of the most sought-after Pokemons right now in the Master League. with their special moves and special backgrounds. So you're gonna want to also do raids while you're and during the entire weekend, just because you do want to get this Pokemon, this really strong Pokemon in anything in that regard. After that, you also have to take care of the research or even the snapshots, so that way you get your Pikachu encounters, and you want to choose either one because they're shiny now. Then you also got Snorlax, because they want to add another custom Pokemon to already so many things that you got to do. You got wild encounters, you got the whole hour with the poison electric types, the mighty Pokemons, the raids. You also have 4-star raids and 5-star raids. Also, now that I see it, Electricity will be shiny available after or once this event drops, so that's going to be interesting. So you want to do those raids too to get them, but you also want to do dynamic Gigantamax Pokemons for Toxicity, but you also want to do regular Toxicity. What am I doing here? This is like the whole year combined into one event right here.
And they probably got a whole bunch more planned too.
I don't know, man. I'm so confused on what I'm going to actually pinpoint on what I'm gonna do. I definitely need to get a group together for the Gigantamax Pokemons anyways.
Yeah. It's scary that it's only on 1 day. Or, sorry, 2 days.
Yeah, it's... Oh, my goodness.
Hopefully it's not too bad.
I may actually have to go to Orlando for this, Chris.
Dude, I'm debating. Like, there's a little group that goes to the park. I'm debating just going to Disney Springs.
Have you seen, like, many Dynamax Pokemons and Disney Springs and all that?
I haven't seen the Dynamax ones at Disney Springs. They definitely got a lot of power spots, though.
Okay. I don't know. It just seems there's a lot. I'm definitely exciting. It's an exciting time, but this is a full-on blast, Go Fest-like feel to this entire event. I don't know how I'm gonna I have to strategize what I want to do for both days.
Yes. Because I will say I know Saturday I'm going to Howl-O-Scream that day, or Halloween Horror Nights. So I know there should be at least some people there. A few of the people that
is this
Julie
a day event or a night
everyone
event
are meeting up with.
Is this a night event or a day event?
It should go pretty late till because it's the morning until the night of the next day. So it should go at least until the raids close for the day.
Yeah, and then you can't really do Dynamax Pokemons after 9 p.m. anyways. And then the event itself is from 10 a.m. to 6:15 p.m. So it depends on what time you're going to go over there. So you might want to just do a lot.
Well, I think Saturday it might go a little bit later, but we'll see.
For Halloween Horror Nights, yes, but not for the event.
No. I'm saying for the event.
I don't know about that. Maybe the raids, but that's about it. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there. I just feel like there's really, really a lot when it comes to it. Okay. It says right here, Smeargle appear and be a surprise encounters and ghost snapshots can learn attacks.
Smeargle.
But Smeargle cannot learn Road of Time or Special Rain. So thank you for the clarification there, Pokemon Go. I don't know.
That would be pretty funny if it could, though.
Yeah, I'm torn. There's so much, and it's not even the month of it. So I'm sure they will have more information, which actually I feel like we have all of it at this point. But there's probably going to be a couple of extra surprises they're going to add in the next few weeks anyways. Plan accordingly, everybody, whoever's listening to this, because there's definitely going to be a lot going on. But I think we're going to skip PvP. I feel like we're actually gone a little too much on this. Mostly because I think Chris and I has not actually done any PvP in the last few days.
No, sadly.
So yeah, we'll skip that for now. But with that being said, Chris, anything else?
Nothing I can really think of. I think we just have, super, super huge amount to look forward to. Halloween being my favorite event in Pokemon Go of the year. Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely. And we've only got the first half of it really announced. We're still waiting on the second half. So we're definitely going to be excited to tell you guys about that next week, which it might already have been started by next week.
Yeah, no. Whenever you guys listen to this, you'll be able to know what's going on. All right. With that being said, thank you so much for listening, everybody. We do really, really appreciate it. Make sure that you check us out at Podcast Fees, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it is there. iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Amazon Music. If you can leave us a review, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Follow our social media. I can't talk today anymore. Pure Letter Go for myself, Chris at PKMM, Trigger Please, with a C at the end, and Purified Podcast for anything related to us or Pokemon GO in that regard. Join our Discord. It's free. You can also join the Pokemon Professor Discord for anything for us $1 a month. So that way you get exclusivity to some things that we do over there at the Pokemon Professor Network. And don't forget to email us anything to the purifiedpodcasts@gmail.com. And yeah, don't forget to check us out at purifiedpodcast.com, Professor Network. Chris, let's take us away for the night.
All right. Yeah, lot to look forward to. Make sure you guys have plans if you're trying to get Gigantamax Pokemon for this upcoming weekend of the 26th and 27th. It looks like we're going to want some big groups. Try to find whatever groups are out and about. Join whatever Discords you can find on Campfire for your local communities or whichever community you're going to be near. And I wish you guys the best of luck. We'll see you guys next week where we'll actually be recapping on the Gigantamax battles most likely. And we'll see how everyone did. So catch you guys then. And look forward to this week and, the news we're going to have for next week. Peace out, guys.
Keep purifying it, everybody. We'll see you guys next time.